In your Capitol Connection tonight, a bill to prohibit someone from carrying a concealed handgun into restaurants and bars is one step closer to becoming law. Capitol Bureau reporter Tyler Englander joining us live from the state capitol. And Tyler, how would this change current law?
Well, Eric, currently people with a valid permit can bring a concealed handgun inside a restaurant or bar, provided they don't drink alcohol. However, this bill would prevent them from bringing their concealed handgun inside altogether.
Let's just say the kid thought it was a toy and pressed the button on it or the trigger. That could have been a different scenario.
State Senator Saddam Salim says his bill to restrict Virginians from carrying a concealed handgun inside a restaurant or bar that serves alcohol is to prevent incidents like the one that recently occurred in his district.
They had somebody who came into their restaurant who had a dinner, didn't drink or anything else, but they left their concealed carry in the bathroom. They simply forgot about it, and a kid walked into the bathroom and saw it.
Salim's bill, which has already passed the Senate, was advanced by a House subcommittee today along party lines. One of the opponents, Republican Delegate A.C. Cordoza, says the bill is unnecessary because Virginia is an open carry state and concealed carry permit holders already have to prove competency to get a permit.
Living in a state where we have open carry, why would we even be thinking about people who have concealed carry who've been background checked?
Salim says people will still be allowed to open carry at restaurants or bars, provided the business owner allows it. He says people will be able to see if someone has a weapon and then act accordingly.
I know he has a weapon. If I choose not to go be at the Wawa or at this place, that's a personal decision I made.
And now this bill still needs to pass the full House before heading to Governor Glenn Youngkin's desk. The governor saying previously he already believes Virginia has some of the toughest gun laws in the country. Live at the state capitol, Tyler Englander, 8 News.